guys went mute and deaf, I hope.
Okay.
And this is Janusz.
This is Janusz. Yeah.
Okay, I am assuming that both can hear us, so
Okay. Let me.
that's a solid hand.
1 second. Okay. Now
Marshall
this.
setup. The factors for a possible turn 2 headline. Another 4-up. Something to space.
2 hands. Boom.
Control of Vietnam revolts.
Okay, so that's a standard opening. He has. Oh, he won't goes Austria without independent Reds. Okay. Oh no, we're following. I'm following Fredrik.
Oh, I went to watch Janusz, so I don't see Fredrik's hand.
Okay, I'm getting confused
No
here.
worries.
Yeah, I'm following
I'm
following Janusz, and on the top is the Fredrik's hand. Okay, so Janusz.
I assume that I will be able to just see one hand, not two.
Yeah. Okay, so Janusz. Oh, yeah, okay, I was super confused. Janusz is playing USA, so Fredrik opened Austria, so he might have independent Reds. No, he actually doesn't.
And some
He's got
ally of
no
Fredrik
Marshall
was
plan.
distracting Janusz.
He has Marshall plan.
What? He went for the factor headline.
Okay.
That's weird.
I mean,
He doesn't have NATO, he doesn't have Europe, so he doesn't control these two cards. He does have socialist governments and Vietnam revolts.
maybe he's scared of Vietnam revolt. Oh, he has Vietnam revolts. He controls both.
Yeah. I mean, okay, 3 most likely Soviet decent headlines are on turn 1. Socialist governments, Vietnam revolts, and Nasser.
Yeah,
Because
he
you don't
has
use the headline at
3 of them.
decor. Yeah, he has all 3 of them.
Okay. So Freddy goes for the coup. Nothing happened, so I guess he's gonna go to Pakistan. I will go 2 on Pakistan.
Yeah, that is the standard reaction to just get out of Iran while you still can.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to put 2 in Egypt since you can put it later if you want. You control Nasser,
it makes
so
some sense. I would probably go 2 Pakistan, 1 Malaysia, 1 Lebanon, maybe, or 1 Egypt. Yeah, 1 in Egypt since he controls Nasser.
yeah, because you can always put it later and just do that. I would say it was better 2 Pakistan, 1 Malaysia, 1 Egypt.
Yes, it seemed superior. Most because you don't put anything in Afghanistan.
The thing is, like, if he goes now, I mean, Fredrik is not gonna coup Afghanistan, right? That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you his hand. He has a special relationship, blockade, the goal, Fidel, and containment. So, I mean, and you're
very high.
Okay, he goes 1-on-1.
Okay.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah. Janusz could have saved that for space. But okay, he
might
does
want
have
to
some
space
problem cards,
Vietnam's.
so
Guess Vietnam is probably more important.
no, to space. He will space socialist governments. Since why wouldn't he? Actually, I would even risk blockade and space it before last action round.
You can if you space Vietnam, you can make sure that he's not gonna be in Thailand anywhere close before the scoring. That's my point. Socialist, you can just empty round it. You know, you can just do it and then fix it. I mean, it's not optimal, but
the socialist governance is just a better space card. Not that it doesn't make sense to space Vietnam revolts, because it does, yes. The card loses much of its potential later on in the game. But socialist governments is just an empty action round, so it makes very much sense to space it.
Okay, space on special relationship. I mean, native is not active, so it's not that bad.
Oh, Janusz went for the Vietnam Revolt variation.
He's already very behind in Asia. He has to.
Behind? Not that
Well, he has
much.
2 battlegrounds behind right now. I mean, he has access to
He's
2. I
supposed
know.
to be 1 battleground behind. That's the starting position.
Yeah, I know.
And he has exclusive right to Thailand.
Yep,
So I
that is
assume
true.
that in his next move he will play Marshall Plan into. Okay, the goal is played. Okay, France is tentative, of course.
That's what I was thinking. But again, if he wanted to go for Europe, Marshall Plan opening would have been, just free.
It felt just superior to the factors which could have just caught a poor
Not,
card. Okay, it caught a decent card. That's true.
what did he go? What did he headline? I missed that one.
Arab-Israeli war.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah. Also, I didn't think of it, but he had the goal. So a Marshall Plan headline would have ended up without the goal response.
True, but well, at least the goal is out of the way. Okay, so Lebanon has to be taken, and what? Pakistan? That will make sense.
Yeah, if he wants to coup,
And he
then
has to coup in his last action round with Nasser, obviously.
yeah, that looks pretty decent. Like,
In hindsight, it makes some sense to hold socialist governments. In case you don't get the D card, you might want to, well, hold this card until
yeah,
after
for
the
blockade,
reshuffle.
and
No,
also
for
blockade
blockade, that's
defense, right?
one. Yeah, but also to hold it until turn 3. It's not as good, nearly as good as holding a D card
Yeah.
until turn 3. That's something. Okay, and Nasser will go for a coup, probably in Egypt.
No, you guys resolve it
Yeah,
and fix
where
it
else,
immediately.
practically?
Oh, okay, he's gonna go for it. Okay.
Ooh,
Boom.
Janusz is rolling well.
Yeah, rolling
Exactly
sixes.
opposite of Fredrik. I mean, Fredrik rolled 1 on a coup and 6 on a space roll. And Jan, okay, he made it in Korea at least.
Okay, I'm gonna give you his hand. He has blockade that was holding from last turn. He has Cambridge 5, Europe scoring, Distal, Suez, East European, 5-year plan, and UN intervention. Okay, so he cannot hold 5-year plan if he plays UN intervention. So, I mean, he might UN intervention 5-year plan. I don't know. The only other card is European unrest that is, I think it's endurable at this point.
So he will intervene the unrest and play a 5-year plan as his last action round. That
Okay,
saves him
as
from
empty
influencing Europe.
without this card. Yeah.
Unless he'll decide, okay, if he's purged,
If he wants to
then
discard Europe scoring, then he won't be able to do that. Unless he
can headline Europe.
Unless he wants one empty action round.
He can headline Europe, no trouble with that.
Yeah, he actually can. And he knows that there's no card that could actually prevent him from
getting a draw in Europe.
Yeah.
I assume that when he's purged, then he will want to probably hold 5-year plan and play an intervention for ops.
I mean, blockade is gonna be evented. So blockade is gonna be evented. Distal will be evented.
Yes.
It's gonna be close. Probably we'll actually get the 4 ups out of it. Okay, he's going for the headline. Distal? No. Thinking about it.
This Defcon 4?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, but not a huge fan.
Yeah. And where is he gonna go now? I mean, you're going to
Thailand
Chile?
has to be. To Thailand, one Chile, probably.
Oh,
Does
maybe.
he have that in the cover?
No, he doesn't.
No, could have explained it. Because that's where that way you forfeit Venezuela and Brazil.
I guess you're gonna go to Chile only. He probably go to Chile, Thailand,
France, I assume.
Hmm.
Will be for guy number 4.
But that's a spreading the batter a little too thin, right?
Or he could just take France on his action round. probably not going for Thailand in that case. Well, there are many options. I recall I had a similar situation, somewhat similar, against Michael Stryker. Decided to go for Europe, but that backfired quite spectacularly. So main options here are take France. I assume he has some decent two-up to fill it. Or take Thailand and lower DEFCON, hoping that, well, the opponent will be too preoccupied with France to Q, and thus he'll get another Q.
Let's see. I think Thailand, France, Chile, and what else?
And also Thailand. If he goes for Thailand,
It's double
probably
Thailand,
should
right?
go for 2. If he decides to lower DEFCON, of course.
I mean, now he's committed to this play, right? Like
Yeah, we
he
might
doesn't get to
spend a
choose.
while guessing what his decision might be. Because Per truly put a wrinkle in all these plans.
Yep.
You can already see that Janusz starts the game with a significant advantage.
Yep. Not a complicated hand to handle either. He has Warsaw Pact that it's actually decent. Just capturing as a scientist will give him another slot on the space race. NORAD probably ops, unless he wants to pre-fill Canada, which I doubt.
No, he doesn't have ops for that. NORAD has to be ops, otherwise the descent is just too poor.
Indo-Pak will give him a little security in the case that Pakistan gets coup. He can get a shot to get it back before.
Because Pakistan would be a valid coup target if
A Defcon 4.
he goes for a Thailand plan.
Yeah, I think that's his plan. I think he's gonna go for China and then coup Pakistan and get hopefully 4 battlegrounds.
Yeah, but risking in the Pakistani war, I mean, theoretically, from Fredrik's point of view, it's only 1 in 4 chance of losing Pakistan to a war, since maybe Janusz didn't get it, and if he got it, he might not win it. Okay, so going for influence. Okay. Interesting. Okay, but that's a direct threat, so probably Janusz should respond. To the threat, but actually queuing in Thailand is not exactly a response.
He didn't coup at the end? Oh, he moved into Laos, Cambodia?
Yes, he played.
Oh.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That didn't work out. He went into 1 France, 2 Thailand, 1 Chile, 1 Angola. Right?
Oh, that's 5. So he went for 1 Thailand, France, Angola,
Oh, and
Chile,
then on the next play he failed. Okay.
followed up. Yeah, that's a solid play, solid threat. And now Fredrik faces a pleasant choice of either shoring up France. He holds the scoring, so that's merited.
Yeah, but it's most likely gonna be just 1 point, even if he feels France. He's not gonna get
1
that
point for
domination.
now, but maybe sometime in the future.
He needs a 3-up just to feel France because he's Perch, and he needs another 3-up to feel Spain and US.
By the way, it was very clever of Janusz to use NORAD instead of Warsaw Pact. I mean, Janusz noticed that NATO was not played, so he assumes that Fredrik doesn't have it, and Warsaw Pact would help him with domination in Europe. Okay, so he just repaired Thailand and spread in Africa. Very nice, because now if Janusz goes for a coup, he will lose France as well. Yes, that's very reasonable.
Free Warsaw Pact. Gonna
Not sure.
refill.
Fredrik cannot compete with that. Can't fight an ops war in France. So he'll just go for a coup in Panama, securing some mill-ops. And Europe is not a problem in this hand anyway. So overall, a very good outcome for Fredrik. Got a little bit lucky with the low talent coup on Janusz's part, and well, followed up with a very good play.
So how does
Yeah, we know Jaruzelski, yes.
who's that? Oh, it's someone from Poland.
It's Polish general who instituted martial law in 1981.
Okay.
Due to a threat of Soviet invasion. Okay, kind of complicated. It's known as a day which had no evening. Sorry, how do you call if there's a children's story in television? What's the word for it? If children are watching like Paw Patrol,
yeah,
on telly. So instead of watching the midnight story on television, there was a expose by General Jaruzelski, who was the head of the party, explaining that he institutes the martial law. So all the children are very disappointed in him.
He's like, where are all the scorings? Like, they're gonna come all on 3 except for Europe. He's gonna have.
No, Fredrik.
Well, he's guaranteeing that
Like,
domination, right? He wants those
yeah,
PPs because he's getting dominated on the other 2 areas,
in
and
the Pakistani war, though. Okay,
yeah,
he'll now dump Europe, secure Thailand, and spread to Chile, maybe? Ah, right. Makes sense. Securing presence
he gets rid of
in
Europe's
Middle
scoring.
East.
So that means the.
And now Janusz, I assume, will break something
Yeah,
in Asia. Yeah.
not good
Should
enough,
have been
but
South Korea, to be honest. I found it preferable to North Korea after the Korean War had been played, of course. Cal is
okay.
just too brilliant.
So Janus gets Middle East, and Fredrik gets Asia. But Fredrik has a hand packed of ops. He got the goal, he got NATO, he got
Obviously.
US Japan, he got the goal again, UN intervention, socialist governments, and Cambridge 5. And he knows that Janus is holding a scoring card, so he could just use Cambridge 5
Yeah,
to
it's kind of
100%.
tricky because I always love headlining Duck and Cover as the USA, but now Janusz he doesn't know about the goal. I think no, he doesn't know.
He knows about the goal. The
Miracle.
goal has not come out.
No, the goal
Oh, the
and
goal. Yeah, he doesn't know about the goal.
socialist government.
And he
But
doesn't know about
Middle East
social
scoring
government.
is a weird choice. I felt that Duck and Cover and the Pakistani war should be superior. Okay, he is worried about the coup. Maybe it makes sense.
I mean, he knows that
But Duck
there
and
is.
Cover would have stopped the queue anyway.
Well, there is nothing that. Well, yeah, I get that can cover was better, but then yeah, that can cover was probably better because
Yeah,
it gives you
the
three
goal
VPs
is
on.
of course the problem.
Well, Europe is it's already been scored, right? So, well, non-score,
Yeah,
but
we'll be back. No, I mean, now Fredrik just plays 4 ops, takes North Korea, secures France, and he's dominating all 3 regions. Even mill-ups aren't that big of a deal because Janusz will get his mill-ups anyway with the Pakistani war. So it's only a matter of Fredrik having maybe a war card to get his. Exactly. Oh, maybe no, never mind. Okay, Janusz goes for Zaire,
yeah,
gets something
VPs
there.
there.
Fredrik, no, it's his domination safe. It's safe enough to take Algeria first, yeah.
Is
So
it
that's
worth to try to on Janusz side, try to he has Truman, right? So he could maybe start an up war in France.
with what?
I was thinking about using the China card, but
Nah,
your
I mean
whole
he knows about US Japan.
yeah, that's true. He knows that he has actually. I mean, he has more ops actually than him. Fredrik has more ops
Exactly.
than Janusz.
Okay, now it's time for Fredrik to be greedy. 2 in Algeria, maybe 1 in Angola. Angola could probably wait. 1 in Argentina maybe is superior to that. Probably not with socialist governments if he has another 3-op. So it could be used as an event. Maybe he doesn't.
He goes for Africa and
And
Argentina.
Argentina. Okay, Janusz gets. Whoa! Yeah, he can actually pull this
Okay.
off.
Oh, he knows that US Japan has to come out. So he's like, I'm gonna get that for free.
Yeah, I didn't
Vietnam will
actually
go.
do the math properly. I
It's
didn't.
all on Vietnam. Oh, sorry, on Taiwan. If he gets Taiwan, he gets it, right? Because he's gonna get USSR gonna get Vietnam. He's gonna get Japan. So it's all on Taiwan, right? One, two, three,
Mm.
five,
So
six against
actually, my
six.
suggested move and what Fredrik did was a mistake. He should have played 2 Algeria, yes, but 1 Afghanistan. That would have prevented Janusz achieving a draw in Asia. I just assume that the advantage is so huge that there is no chance of Janusz scoring a draw there.
Dick off.
Obviously, I was mistaken. I would probably not go for Vietnam, but for
Taiwan.
Philippines instead. Oh, it's Dickel. It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
allow placement in Taiwan. Okay, Janusz. Exactly.
And that's
Okay,
it.
he got lucky. Because if had Janusz won this war, then it's a draw again.
Yep.
No, you could have been so much greedier. No, Indonesia was there for the taking. Okay, it still is. So US Japan to Angola, Indonesia, maybe. On the other hand, Panama and South Africa also require some tough love. And there's a matter of Truman, of which Fredrik is aware.
Yeah, he overprotects
No,
there.
come on, why aren't you taking Indonesia? It means a 2 VP swing.
Yep.
And it matters for Asia scoring as well.
I mean, it's already been scored. But that next turn, he already like solid on Southeast Asia. It would be +2 for him, even if Malaysia and Indonesia get taken back.
No, it's a draw then.
No, because
Just
Thailand
like it
counts for
was.
2. So it's Burma,
Oh,
Laos,
you
and
mean
Vietnam.
yeah.
I'm counting the scoring of Southeast Asia.
Yes, I get it now. Okay, and here's Japan. Okay, South Africa requires it.
No, he's going for.
And nah, I didn't like it.
He's poking
All
there.
right,
Was that for that Truman headline?
NATO. Ooh,
Oh, but he has Junta now. Junta. Voice of
Sure,
America.
but that forfeits France.
Yeah, I think
So
this
Janusz has
says
to risk it. And what does Fredrik? Okay,
Ooh,
Fredrik, if he
Fredrik
knew
has
about special relationship,
uh,
then it was a blunder.
he has Europe, Southeast Asia, and Central America scoring,
Ouch.
and then
He
he
should.
has
He shouldn't have allowed NATO. I
he has
think
a
he should
decent
have
amount
used
of ops
an
now.
intervention on it.
He has Muslim Revolution, he has Cultural Revolution, he has John Paul, the favorite Polish Pope,
Mm.
and Lads, We Will Bury You, and Usuri. So he has two
So
cards that
France
are,
is gone.
yep, he's going for Southeast Asia, getting a bunch of points there.
Yeah, but Frederick really blundered in this previous turn. With Truman in the deck and special relationship in the deck, NATO should have never been allowed.
Yep. Yeah,
US
but the other
Japan.
option was US Japan, right?
Yeah, but he can delay that.
Yep.
He should have allowed US Japan and not NATO.
So what's the play here from Frederick?
Well,
He
he has to
goes
curve because what
Africa,
else?
probably.
What else? Yeah.
Zaire, pro. Oh no, he goes for Angola.
Zaire, why did you go for Angola? No, that
Yeah,
was
Zaire
wrong.
is better, right? Because you have two events that are
Yeah,
gonna give you Angola later.
he must be shaken
And
by the
also,
French situation.
it's better from a realignment
Oh,
point of view.
oh,
Oh,
and
oh,
using
oh.
a tree up. Ooh, nice, nice.
That's
And what?
wiping that out. Hmm. Not as strong as I expect from a Voice of America, but I guess the spread on the Midworld regions is
Well,
already too strong.
Frederick prepared. He boosted Central America and South America against Voice of America.
Yeah,
Boosted Americas against America.
yeah, because
But
VOA.
on turn 4, Voice of America always finds a target. If USSR has any access on the map, then there will be something to be denied.
Okay, so he's I was thinking some Uruguay action there, but okay, so he's gonna do a realign there.
Well, I assume that Frederick will go for Botswana.
He
Although
should,
he still has to deal with Europe.
but I don't think he has anything to do in Europe. He doesn't have any. I mean, he could try to fight them on numbers, but I don't think it's gonna work out.
No, with a trio, he plays 2 Turkey, 1 Colombia, for example, or Uruguay. Double threat. And probably doesn't help anything in Europe, but, well, he'll get to Brazil, at least. Assuming he has a trio, but he kind of probably should. That's actually interesting because Frederick played turn 2 brilliantly with this distal spread, but then wasted most of it on turn 3 by one thing, by allowing NATO.
Okay, that hurts.
So
Okay,
it does.
so Africa. Okay, so now he's gonna realign Angola, but he can walk back, so it's not really. I mean, it's gonna give him
Yeah.
a maybe a flippable.
I'm surprised that Janusz did not go for an earlier junta. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
He could
That
realign a +1.
I didn't like at all.
Using a 4-up to go on battleground. That hurts.
Fredrik should have taken Botswana or not bother with it at all.
I think he's gonna give up Europe. He doesn't seem to be fighting at all.
Does he have a 3-up?
He has a 3-up. He can do it later, but that 3-up is Usuri, so that's gonna cost him China card.
Yeah, but Asia has scored, so this Asia has scored. It makes sense to play it. I mean, at least he stands to gain some. Oh, he even has that. So to Europe, finally, and okay.
There you go.
And he gets to draw in Europe.
And coup in Uruguay.
Janusz was late, Junta. He should have played it earlier, I feel.
Realigning Malao completely.
Uruguay. Okay, Europe it is. Time to space and
look at that space. He's
Fredrik
already
actually,
peeking, and USSR hasn't even been on space yet.
It might not be that brilliant because all of the Soviet decent 2-up cards are still in the deck. Both African Event, Liberation Theology.
Liberation Theology, yeah.
Deco, or was it played on turn
no,
3?
Deco was played on turn 3.
On turn 3, yeah.
But Liberation Theology hurts like a motherfucker.
Okay, he should break Brazil now. With it. Exactly. Ooh, that was high. But also sacrifices a lot of position in
it does.
South America. He got lucky with OAS. And actually,
Liberation Theology going to space, probably.
Nope.
He's gonna play it. He's gonna headline it.
No, I mean that 3 decent headline candidates. I would assume that OAS is most stable, most certain card to be played here because it guarantees some position. Oh, he gets to see the headline.
Oh,
okay, so that calls for Missile Envy. For some high variance, I mean high risk, high reward.
He can get Usuri, he can get Comic-Con.
No 4-ups?
No, not 4-ups.
Okay, Usuri would be... Oh, he does have China cards. Yeah, so could be Usuri, although probably not the preferred choice. If opponent is under purge, well, okay, I guess he didn't have much choice. Then you want to milk this advantage for all that it's worth.
So
Zaire,
yeah.
Oh, with a 2-up.
Can I use that China card immediately?
Got to, yeah.
He
That's
needs
why
that
I don't
position.
want to give up the China cards to a purged opponent. Because there's some strong chance that this is the only decent card he will have. Okay, time to take Zaire.
Okay, Fredrik has one problem right now, that is puppet governments. For the rest, he has a really free up hand. He has Summit, Olympic Games, Cuban Missile Crisis, Comic-Con, Willy Brandt, and Allende.
Angola, no. Maybe.
If you're gonna realign, what's the point on Angola? You actually only...
Exactly, because you want to realign Angola and you want to have one guy in there so that he cannot go back after realignment. I mean, when in USA
okay, if you fully...
Zaire. Naturally now Zaire is for the Soviets, so no realignment is possible. both US Chinese events played in one turn. Only the Soviet is left.
What is
Yeah,
gonna do with OAS? AR6?
7, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, AR7.
Yes, I assume he will want to hold the two Soviet problem cards. Oh, poor Fredrik. Oh. He should have probably been more aggressive. Or at least, I don't know. Yeah, it would have made a huge difference if Frederick actually had a 4-op. Even the China card, if he wasn't forced to forfeit it. OS now? Oh, he wants Brezhnev as his last action
Oh yeah,
round.
that's right.
Just like that. Makes sense.
So he's
But
gonna
still,
hold Southeast Asia and liberation theology.
I mean, you mean South African unrest? Yes, I would assume
Yeah.
so. He'll be fishing for Mr. Kennedy, which is not unlikely.
Yep.
But I
I
would
mean, it
have
has to come
waited
at some point,
maybe
right?
with OAS, and well, he has to coup somewhere. Oh, but he has no coup
He doesn't.
targets.
Yeah, he doesn't
Okay.
have it. He's
Mm-hmm.
decent in South Africa. He's good in Africa. I mean, it's pretty. I think the game is pretty tight. It's not. I mean, the USSR is up in the scoreboard, but Janusz has pretty decent chances of winning. He has dominated in 3 regions. He's tied in South America.
Yes, I would evaluate this game currently as advantage for Janusz. Not decisive, but noticeable already, mainly due to space. Because his advantage in space is just huge.
Yeah. Okay, so he goes poke there.
Yeah, Ainda is gone, so it makes sense. Okay, but very much depends on Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, he's getting his hand stuck with red cards.
No,
But
oh, Gunman Chair,
yeah,
another 2-up. Well, he got Brushford for the trouble. The Factors is also worthwhile.
and he's not gonna get Kennedy because he's not even on the hand of Frederick.
Yeah, so even salting is out of
He
the
has Cuba
question.
Missile Crisis that helped from last turn. He has nuclear subs, Africa scoring, flower power, 5-year plan. Oof, 5-year plan and Africa scoring. That yikes.
Yeah, but I
And
assume he will go for the scoring. Okay, Brushford against Panama, I would guess.
Argentina,
Oh, yeah,
boom.
sorry, Argentina, of course. My mistake. And advantage Janusz. Once again. That one row practically forfeits any chance of getting anything in South America.
Yeah, he gonna have to get
Fred.
Chile just so he can get some points there.
Well, he will go for Nigeria, I assume, since he has the scoring. And hold 5-year plan for South America. Since he'll need it.
Oh, he's gonna
3.
coup
That's
Nigeria
huge. Okay, he wants to be
and
sure.
boom. Yep.
And now, Janusz, what do
He
you do
knows
with this
he knows that he's
cesspool?
gonna have to hold that 5-year plan, so he wanna make sure that Africa is 100% draw.
Okay, Janusz will be eventing salt, I feel.
Yep.
Yeah.
He goes, what are you looking for? Another
Another
brass
brush?
board?
Don't be greedy. You can have Voice of America. Okay, but now he gets to discard Long Gunman and hold one more card. So that was, with this hand, that was required. Okay, I
Discard long
assume
gunman? Oh, okay,
um,
okay. Evente, okay.
not discard, but get rid of this card.
Yeah. Got you there.
Okay, so Frederick has to coup because he smells the gunman, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
It's turn 6. So if he doesn't want Janusz to get a Q out of the gunman, then he needs to try it right now, probably in Venezuela. That's undersold, so not very likely. Still necessary, though.
Oh, he's going for the points.
No, that could have waited.
I can resolve, show his hand, show that
Yeah,
he
but
has a
now,
few problems there.
yeah,
little
but
red.
not as many as before. I mean, he gets to hold two of these problem cards until
Yeah.
after the reshuffle. South African unrest and liberation theology will be gotten rid of on turn 7, maybe even discarded.
Che will give him two non-battlegrounds in Africa.
Chase space. Oh, he even goes for presence.
Realignment.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, so who will blink first?
I mean, there is. Oh, Baku in Pakistan would be. Oof.
Now, I guess that Fredrik will dump Africa now, since getting a domination in Africa is not really likely. Of course, with this hand, maybe, but Brush War could swing it around. Okay, Brush War on Panama.
Yeah. Oh,
that was huge.
was lucky one. This time he was unlucky.
And exactly the reason why I didn't like Janusz getting Brush War out of Salt. I mean, if I had the choice, if I'm not desperate for Brush War, that I want something certain. Voice of America, Red Scare Purge. These are cards that are dependable. Brush War is a treacherous mistress or a mister.
Very treacherous. Sometimes he smiles your favor, sometimes he doesn't. There are a lot of ops on Fredrik hand. Let's see what he wants to do with that. If I were him, I would be getting that Central America.
Yeah, maybe filling Cuba back is a correct
Filling
choice
Cuba, maybe protecting Chile from realignment.
That too. Oh, Tehran. Did he have to allow this?
South America. I don't think he's discarding South America scoring.
Yeah. Sadat is not necessary.
Yeah, doesn't do anything here. As not you need it, and Bear Trap is always good. So maybe he could play the China card and hold one more red card, just for the just to give maximum value.
On Kennedy.
Yeah. That's 3 BPs there. Oh my god, the space race is ridiculous. There is no one small step in the world that gets you back in there.
I've seen comebacks like these. But okay, one small step is gone already.
Yeah. He'll need one small step.
Nuclear subs could have been played this turn. Since they're both unwilling to queue first. Assume that Fredrik will eventually get tired of it and will coup in Zaire. Especially now that everything is overprotected.
Yeah. So he's locking down the South America. Not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, very reasonable. I mean, this is one scoring that is due. And it's
the only thing that is really in contest is Central America, Africa, and maybe Middle East. If there is a good coup or maybe one of the Lake War events. Maybe Muslim Revolution if
Africa and Middle East are always contested. Middle East, unless it's already red. In which case it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, but there is Iran.
Exactly, and Muslim Revolution. So, but I think Fredrik. Okay.
He's gonna use the big guns now. Okay. Yeah, protecting Poland.
Probably went for very reasonable. Yeah. making sure that he keeps the domination in Europe.
That he can get the domination now.
Okay, but now Janusz will coup on his last action round.
He should, to keep the DEFCON of 4.
So Fredrik also should coup. Otherwise he might lose Zaire. And he should coup in Zaire because under Salt, nothing really gives any decent chance elsewhere.
Wow, he has Marshall Plan in his hand, and he has 5-year plan, and he's
Okay. He needs to hold a 5-year plan, but what, Marshall Plan for a coup in Venezuela?
well, he's actually willing to play 5-year plan. I don't understand. Oh, CIA is about to come out, and grain sales, you haven't seen it either, right?
But no, come on. And discarding Marshall? No. That's
I
horribly
think
misplanned.
I
I mean,
think
he
he's
wasted 4 ops. If you want to play
yeah
Marshall,
keep
at least
something
take
else.
the ops.
Yeah. I think he might be just scared of where it's coming. He knows that there are a bunch of DEFCON suicide cards that are coming
Still,
out.
okay, CIA and grain sales are still coming.
Yeah.
And he got both.
And he got
So yeah, it made sense. Or did it? He got also South America. So unless he loses
Oof, he got a nasty one. He got Asnot, Bear Trap, Grain Sales, CIA Created, and Panama Canal Return.
Hey, Bird Trap is actually good news with this hand.
He's gonna have to use it just to get rid of cards.
Exactly. And it's DEFCON 5. So actually, CIA would not be a huge problem.
Yeah, he can just show his hand.
All the more reason to hold on to a 5-year plan. Yeah, that should have been a Marshall play.
Yeah, I don't like the play. I think even with this hand, you should be able to.
So he must have forgotten about DEFCON. Because, okay, at DEFCON 2, there's, with the grain cells and CIA coming up, it's very reasonable to get rid of 5-year plan. That's true. But at DEFCON 4, with how I learned and Cuban Missile Crisis already played, no. He should have held on to 5-year plan. Would have been so much better. He would have held his advantage, probably, more or less. Okay,
he gets Purge. Yeah, he's gonna headline Purge.
Okay, so Janusz will get out IBM Treaty while it's still 4.
Cool. Okay, Zaire.
Ooh, that did not go well, but now CIA. Because you actually get a good coup out of it in Zaire. But still, Janusz will have a huge advantage going into the late war. I mean, not necessarily on the VP track, but he will get 5 in South America. He will get probably 4 more for Alliance for Progress. Maybe 2 more from Indo-Pakistani War.
He could take Mexico for 5 points on Alliance for Progress.
He will. Oh, 4, not 5, but... Ugh. No, that's disgusting. Of course, Bear Trap. Actually, Bear Trap only has 2 discards.
Yeah, because the other ones are ones, yeah.
Yeah, not even that golden. And he revealed Blockade. Realignment in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you can get the second coup on Zaire. I don't know.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
I would have probably went for Angola instead of Cuba.
I don't think he's gonna coup Zaire now. He's gonna want to use a big coup instead of a small coup.
Yeah, they might want to play chicken again.
Yeah. Everybody wants to get a second coup, right? Okay, he's going for a coup.
Exactly.
He's going for it.
Oh, really?
Oh. So cheap, man. Going for that
That's
2-up.
better for the game because
You're
Janusz
gonna
is
use
at back.
OPEC. OPEC is just 1 BP.
It will be 0, yeah, when
Yeah.
he breaks Iraq. Okay, is there any chance to fight for South America against a purged opponent with... No, not with this hand, probably.
No.
No, he will have to win the Q War in Colombia and put 2 in
No, I don't
Paraguay.
think Fredrik has any chances. Like he's purged, right?
No, Janusz
No,
is purged.
Janusz is purged. So
So Fredrik has some shot at it. Panama
the thing
Canal
is,
to
he has too
Q
many
Colombia.
troubles in his hand to be able to actually dispose of ops. Like he cannot play Bear Trap. So the only 3 card that he has is Asnod. He cannot play Grain Cells. So he
But
he
he
has
will play
Asnod and
Bartrap, I
Comic-Con.
assume. He'll play maybe Blockade first. Oh,
He's just stabbing out.
oh actually, Blockade is the event,
Yeah, Blockade is 100% event.
so that's worthwhile.
He's one.
Okay.
He's gonna get 4 BP back on the Alliance of Progress. He's probably gonna force Nora out with Blockade, and then we'll
Janusz
see.
is first. So goodbye, West Germany.
Oh yeah, that's true. Alliance of Progress. Nora that cannot be discarded. Yeah.
So
Oh,
assume
RSP
that.
Blockade hand on turn 7. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's kind of first. So assume that Fredrik will use his 1-up in Panama for a coup, maybe? Or maybe Blockade first. Because he definitely doesn't want to get stuck with 2 1-up cards if he will keep missing Bird Trap rolls. So play 1 first. Oh.
Okay, he's going for the space first.
But he will give up Kennedy, and Janusz knows about it now. That's actually brilliant for Janusz. He'll dump 3 cards, 2 of them unspaceable.
He might give Bear Trap discard as of no, you cannot do that. You cannot risk it with 2 ones in the hand. It's too.
Yeah, he would not have spaced grain cells.
Yeah.
If he wanted to try that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna give us not. That has to be the reason why he did that. Probably gonna
Exactly.
hold Bear Trap.
Okay,
But
so
he
maybe
knows. Fredrik knows about South African Racial Liberation Theology in the hand of Janusz. So
well, he should. Not sure if he did the
I mean,
math exactly, but he could,
at
yeah.
least I will be looking for liberation theology the whole game, especially
Yeah,
with
liberation theology definitely. South African rest is less significant, maybe.
yeah.
Because it has a twin.
Okay,
Okay.
blockade event.
Event first. Okay.
Do not discard because I can't. So that's
And
1 off for
now.
5.
Okay. So now Comic Con into West Germany. And let's race, buddy. With Truman out of the deck.
I don't know if he can, if Freddy can really afford that fight there, but at least he won't get dominated.
Well, with this hand, neither can Janusz.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially that he would probably like to event in the Pakistani war. No, it's 1-up or maybe a swing in Asia, so no brainer. So Fredrik puts whatever he has that is not Kennedy into West Germany now. Still not a fan on giving sorry, I'm mumbling. Yet another time, Fredrik, semi-forced to give his purged opponent a lifeline.
Yep.
First, it was Usuri.
Oh,
Okay, Janusz missed.
miss another shot at India.
Yeah.
The second
Actually, I
time.
wonder how many cards will Janusz decide to discard? 1, 2, or 3? Okay, he's risking it a little bit.
Yeah. Oof. One scoring card away from losing this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the most reasonable option, probably. And he got
I mean,
the
it's really
unrest,
unlikely that it
which is
happens.
a great hold. Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Okay.
he has to do that.
And 6.
So it seems like West Germany might actually go Soviet at the
Advantage.
end. Okay,
True, but with European unrest entered on this wall.
okay. Fredrik has war game, so he's probably gonna hold that because, well, no, Salt is already
Okay.
gone, right? So it cannot be
Yes.
fish back.
But Star Wars is not
Star
gone.
Wars, that's true. So he's probably gonna have to hold that war games. Oh no, he has Star Wars, so he could play war games and just space Star Wars. Oh, yeah, he can space Star Wars. He has Chernobyl, that's free ops. He has Glasnost that he's thinking about headlining. He has Allende, Arab Israeli, Latin American Deck Crisis, and Bertrand that he's holding from last turn.
That crisis. Oh no, but it doesn't do anything in South America. Not enough influence.
No.
Sorry, what was the last card? I did not get it.
Bertrand holding.
Ah, right. Of course. So he has nothing. That's a decent headline.
Allende.
Allende. Yeah. It's an
That's
acceptable headline, but
a little
yeah.
inconsequential since he already controls Chile.
Yeah, so Janusz goes duck and cover because what else?
Okay,
Milking
VPs.
for war games. Because he has nothing. Oh, but then. Okay, West Germany. Does Janusz think that he can fight for West Germany without lowering the DEFCON?
Special relationship maybe? Put him 7-7.
That's a decent AR7.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but that's a good
But
call also.
but tear down this wall could be an AR7 too if you wanted to. Well, but he needs to pre-poke on East Germany if he wants to break it.
Okay, so now would somebody please finally take Indonesia? It's bothering me that it's just sitting there.
Oh, he has also East European unrest, so he might be able to
Yeah.
set something up on. And Warsaw Pact is gone, right? Ooh, 11 points up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He decides to finally hold it.
Yeah.
Which is a better choice, of course. And the rest played mid-turn. That's decent.
He could realign West Germany at +1, but I don't know if +1 when you have 5 influence there is actually a good idea.
It's solid, yeah. I did not see it, but you're right. So special relationship into Benelux and then turn down this wall for realignment against West Germany. That's a good call. Yeah, if I saw it, I would go for it.
I'm just so scared of rolling the dice on the realignments.
Okay, then will
I got
Janusz see it?
okay, so that's doesn't matter. I got scarred when I tried to realign John Shields with the China card to realign him out of Mexico, and I couldn't get a single point out of him.
Yeah, realignments are awful. Very
Sometimes.
Very undependable, much like Bradford, which is why I really delay executing the even +1 realignments.
Yeah, a +1 I normally take a shot, but I tend to use big cards so I get many chances. I don't like
True.
to waste my AR on one realignment opportunity. I know a lot of people do. I see it all the time on these
Okay,
games.
let's see it.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
Okay, roll that dice.
I even look at it. I mean, whatever the chance
He
is.
goes.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I was scared of.
Ouch. Okay, one more time. Almost. And
Not good
okay,
enough.
so actually lost one
Yeah.
influence by doing that. But I guess Fredrik needs all the luck he can get right now. So our last Polish hope is still fighting on. Or our last hope of Liechtenstein, maybe. Interestingly, the only other player that was playing under the flag of Liechtenstein was the famous Janusz Szulc. So an interesting coincidence of last names. And maybe even more, since there's this conspiracy theory based on fact that Janusz's wife is Margaret. So
Is that possible?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, when I saw his last name and her last name, because I don't know Gretchen, right? I didn't play this game when she was playing, but
Yeah.
I saw the last names and they're really similar, so I'm like, are they are they married? But I didn't know.
Could be.
Could be, I don't know. Maybe we should ask him on the uh
Nah, come on. It's a big mystery. Let's solve it ourselves.
it's
Well,
it
it's definitely
it'd
at
be
least.
definitely a power couple, you know?
Oh, playing bird trap?
He bear trapping himself, but he uses that to
Yeah,
lock down
but he
the
has Star Wars and
and
what more?
Chernobyl and war games.
I
I
should have
guess.
played War Games for Ops here.
But then, well, you know that he has Star Wars, so okay,
It's
he
space
just want to
Star
get rid
Wars
of it.
called Bird Trap.
Yep, I think that was actually is strictly better.
Okay, Janusz hoping against hope. That is some first a little better. No mill-ups for either player.
Yep. Well, then
Okay.
Nigeria is a +1, so it's actually, I think it's a good realignment.
Yeah, but I
Okay,
think that
it's
he
gonna cool.
wasn't scarred by his failure in West
Yeah.
Germany. Okay, a coup, followed by a coup. And Fredrik is holding on to Wargame, which is interesting but not necessary. I mean, it's not like he can win by Wargames. And without Star Wars, it's not like Janusz can. Actually, Janusz could win with Mr. Envy, as long as Fredrik holds it. Yeah, but the map is mostly for Janusz. Europe is a draw. South America is negated by Asia. So even if Fredrik gets a domination in Africa and Central America.
Solidarity. Oof, that's nasty.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
Hmm.
Main reason why John Paul is so annoying.
Yep. I
Not
think
by
if it was
himself.
not, yeah, if it wasn't for Solidarity, I think Jean Paul would be a free ops.
Yes. It's funny how well that mirrors history. Because it's not the Pope himself who was the problems for the Soviets, but the influence he had on the Polish underground,
Yeah,
on Polish
it was a
resistance
union,
movement.
right? Some dock union or
Yes,
something like that.
workers' union,
Yeah.
not only dock. Well, dock workers were very significant in the union. Wałęsa was a dock worker, but I think it had something like 4 or 5 million members in its peak.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, it's a very
Very big.
movement.
And that was the fall of the regime in Poland.
Well, not directly. There was this round table in 1989 when the representatives of the Communist Party and Solidarity met to discuss the transfer of power.
Oh,
so
okay.
that it wouldn't end up in bloodshed. I mean, it was obvious that the communist bloc is falling apart,
Yeah.
and so the communists wanted to keep their heads on their shoulders and not end up like Ceausescu of Romania.
Yeah.
So they discussed a slower transition,
Yeah.
which allowed them to keep their comfortable villas, comfortable lives, in exchange for giving up power voluntarily.
Interesting piece of history here. We don't only bring you the best Twilight Struggle, we also bring you the best historical perspective. Polish history from a Polish guy.
Well, I mostly know that also from Wikipedia and stories, some of
Yeah.
them by my father, who was a member of Solidarity.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
what's
Africa is starting to
here?
look a little red.
Yeah,
How we
that's
were
helpful.
talking. Hmm.
Okay, but Middle East might soon be bluish.
I mean, Janusz has a decent amount of ops, but he has also some interesting events if he wants to play them. Ooh,
Okay, let's
yikes.
see if he gets more lucky in Botswana than
Than
Fredrik did.
Fredrik, yeah.
A little bit, but not by any significant amount. But Fredrik really should have spent one in Saudi Arabia, especially considering
Oh,
that.
oh, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, Middle East is all blue, Europe is all blue.
Yeah,
That's game set and match.
yeah, I think Janus is.
I mean, at the beginning of the turn, maybe Fredrik had an outside chance to get anything here, but now it's just going through the motions. Whatever happens in Africa. I mean, Middle East is gonna be controlled by
Yeah,
USA.
I mean,
Janusz should really
AWOX will give
give up
him.
on Africa now.
AWOX
It's
will
no
might
point.
give him 2 free ups there, and and then yes, 3 ups, 4 ups will do the rest.
Hmm.
What did he do with the flower power?
South Africa and some one step.
No, he's gonna get Relan the heck out of there.
Well, he can try. What? Nah. Come on, just forfeit on Africa.
Tap out. Just keep the keep Angola and maybe try to raise the account or something.
No, he cannot do the count.
No, I don't think so,
He
but
could
I
for a
mean,
moment, but there will be so many targets, and he holds the scoring. It's unfeasible.
yeah, he does. He 100% has to give that one up. The only question is if you want to give it with 3 or you want to give it with 4 battlegrounds for Frederick.
I would have just dumped Africa after losing the realignments. Perhaps even without trying a coup in Botswana, though that made sense because, well, there's only so many things to do with the ops right now. Although I don't think I've seen Saudi Arabia without a touch of influence as late as in turn 9.
Yeah, I think we'll put one there and hope that he gets a walks and has to give you the. He will probably space it, but whatevs. Okay, Camp David Accords.
Yeah, but now it's official. Well, if it wasn't for Africa, it's an auto-lost territory already.
Yeah.
Europe would have ended the game.
Well, yeah, Frederick has UN intervention, a 5-year plan, so he's probably hoping to get rid of some bad scoring card with 5-year plan.
Well, Europe is the only one.
Europe is nasty. and South America. South America could be
He
flip, I
plays the
think.
China card. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, DEFCON win is not really possible, so maybe, but terrorism will hurt.
I mean, Ortega's is already gone and Longama is already gone, so there's no way that he can do that.
Okay, that's reasonable. Protecting Europe against reformer.
Oh, he's gonna play 5-year plan? Ooh.
Why? What is his card number 3?
War
Intervention
games?
for war games. Come on, why not play war games? Star Wars is gone, Salt is
Yeah.
gone.
Oh,
That's so wrong.
maybe he's actually thinking that I don't know, he's like 10
What?
down. Like, there's no way that he's gonna get 15 BPs there.
Exactly. No, that was a blunder. Continuing blunder, in fact. Okay, there is some small tiny chance of a turn 10 reshuffle, but you can check for that. Okay, Junta Voice of America, brush war, terrorism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Iranian hostage crisis, still war games, North Sea oil, missile envy, nuclear test ban, marine barracks, Muslim revolution, Suez, and Willy Brandt. So he has a pretty decent hand for the last turn. Not not great because he does have the reformer, but it's not bad.
But he doesn't have aims, which means
Yeah.
Voice of America in AR7.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nasty. He also if Junta would have given him a chance to fight in South America, and
Yes.
brush war the same. He didn't fish a single brush war in the whole game.
Actually, what we could be discussing right now is the amount of points Janusz will win by in the final scoring.
You think he'll get the
I'm betting 30.
30?
30.
Uh,
Okay, I'm probably
I'm gonna
overdoing
say
it.
20 maybe because
Okay.
he's
I
gonna
mean,
control the last AR.
true. That 3. Oh, and Janusz will have to give up. Oh, yeah, that's
US
relevant.
Japan. So that I see gonna
Japan or reformer or brush war.
US Japan, right?
Well, he can headline it, so
Oh, okay, yeah.
in that case, it's brush war reformer. Brush war, well, traditionally tricky, might amount to nothing.
It's
Yeah, I overdid it with 30. I mean, Asia, Africa, and Central America are dominated by the Soviets.
I think 20
So
is doable because
yeah,
he's probably gonna break something.
my mistake. Actually, there's some shot at map being close to draw. But no, Voice of America, if Janusz will be trying to maximize the score, then Voice of America must
he
mean a
gives
significant
that.
advantage from the map.
That's Freddy goes for control of Asia. Like if he gets US Japan on missile envy. That'd be insane.
Well, he would get at least that.
Okay.
But he has to control Panama first. Or maybe to Panama. But okay, to Japan means China card into Japan. Fredrik has any scorings?
Nope.
Oh.
That's a bunch of ups. He has 2 4s.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder if he managed to control Asia and score it. That's rather significant, if I recall. 9, I think, is control. +6 for the battleground, +1. So that's 16, -3 for present, that's 13. So not that very far from War Games territory.
Asia control.
Plus, maybe Central America controls okay. I was rather harsh with the blunder speech, but maybe he was just banking on getting very, very lucky with the scorings. Huge Asia, huge Central America. Some
he
events, maybe.
coups Mexico, and then he has to choose between Panama or Japan. He cannot do both. I think
No, he
probably.
cannot definitely too.
Oh, never mind that.
Why did he just went into? Does he have the event?
He has the event. Yeah, I don't understand what the hell is going on there.
Ugh.
Okay, he has Muslim Revolution, so he's gonna flip. But you have Iranian hostage crisis. Why would you?
Yeah. Besides, Muslim Revolution will be nicely spent for Egypt, I assume.
Yeah, that'd be 7 ups.
Yeah, he should have probably went with the event first, then break Iraq. Okay, I wonder if Janusz will see the writing on the wall. Oh, Janusz decides to flip Africa instead and forget about Middle East. Very reasonable, because that's something he actually can do without too much trouble.
Yeah, I think Fredrik has done a few weird plays along the game. I think Janusz has been more solid.
True. Though Fredrik's play on turn 2 was brilliant. I gotta give him that. But after that, he made more mistakes, I feel.
I really don't get. I mean, I get what he wants to do on Middle East, but he's only gonna get a draw there.
Oh, still something.
Oof. So might not even get that draw because Iran is gonna go blue probably.
No, Soviets will just take Iran.
Okay, there you go.
Come on,
That's
start
one.
with the coup. Start with the coups.
Not good enough.
Okay. No, he has time. Though given that failure, Russia will probably be ops
Yeah, but
for a coup or replacement. Although I would start with just taking Nigeria with Cambridge 5, followed by Brushwork coup in Zaire, followed by Voice of America. Okay.
event and boom, boom.
It's actually a domination.
Well, but it's gonna be 2 ups to fix it. Yeah.
True. So time for a Soviet coup, I guess, somewhere.
Voice of America's last turn, right? So
Matter much.
press Panama, right? Press Panama and
True, that's an option, yeah, because he's not gonna get domination in Africa anyway, and he will not be dominated in Africa anyway.
he could deny anything on Central America if he wanted. What else do you have for Voice of America? Um,
Okay, how much do you need in Asia? Probably too much. Everything is overprotected
if you put
there.
1 point in Lebanon, you can with Voice of America
Oh,
you can flip.
8 action round.
Okay. Now you need to.
So Voice of America and Brushwork gets to do anything.
There's too many. There's too many red countries in Africa, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
6 versus 4. I mean, Voice of America gets you domination in Africa if you want it. Although I'm
With
guessing
1 up, you could get domination on Middle East if you just take out Iran. So that's two from there and one from
Yes, so
Cameroon,
Voice
one
of
from Zimbabwe.
America. I
He
would go
doesn't have
with
them.
Voice. Okay, two in Central America. Okay, let's see how the situation ends up in. Oh,
Okay.
okay. He got it, so maybe Africa is not great. So Voice of America, definitely two from Central America.
What's the last one? Maybe
Maybe one from
Mexico?
Middle East.
No, he
Oh,
goes.
so
Okay.
that makes sense here. Events. Maybe. Okay, Janusz is not maximizing the score, I guess.
Yep.
Panama. Okay, he can't do anything in Asia. Panama and whatever. Doesn't really matter.
That's it.
Oh,
Like the Voice of America, last AR, just that's the trick.
Hmm.
Okay, so you break that and boom.
16. Yeah, so
So I was
I
close.
overestimated very
Yeah.
much.
Honestly, but on that, on he would have get way more points on that last AR. If he would have put a couple points, he would have taken domination on Africa, 100% domination on Middle East if he wanted, and just give
Mm.
up the domination in Central America. But it's okay.